Hi, this is Kerri Durkee from Better Than Before Home Furnishings and Design. And today I'm talking to Pam Tiberia from Spruce Interiors. She has a design and home staging business in Hampton, New Hampshire. And we've been talking about um, just how people like to make changes in their homes every so often, and especially now with everybody being home with the pandemic. Um, a lot of people are setting up home gyms, home offices, and just making some general changes around the house. So we thought we would just do a little chat and give you some ideas on how we can make some changes. Home offices. I didn't have one, and I had to set up something once I was doing more work at home. And I think a lot of people are in the same space. Either they didn't have one or they had one that was kind of a makeshift one and they'd like something a little more permanent right now. So yeah, I have a whole list of things. Actually, I'm doing a presentation on the 10 essentials of creating a productive home office.
Ooh, no
Yeah,
pressure there to come up with the perfect 10.
I know.
That's fun though. But it's so it's such a universal concern these days. I mean,
Yeah,
before it was like, oh, yeah, I might be able to get to work in that home office. Wouldn't it be nice if I didn't have to commute to Boston, 5 days a week and I could work at home for 3 and ooh, this house has that office and, this would be great for me. I'd love to have this little space or even just a hub for the CEO of the family to land
yeah,
and run the universe from,
that's
right?
great.
But they were, we always sort of were able to get through with if we had or didn't have one. Most people worked out of the house, and um, now we're all trying to get really creative. So it's very timely.
It is. And a lot of times when I'd work at home, I would sit on the couch with my laptop on my lap and the TV in the background and the cat's beside me and the kids coming in and out, and it just doesn't it was okay at the time, but it just doesn't work anymore. When I really need to focus, I need a designated space, and that's one of the biggest things I can say. A designated space, whether it's a corner of a room. Mine right now is a corner of a room because we also have a small house, don't have an extra bedroom, um, and don't even have a basement. So, just a corner of a room with a small little desk. You need some place to kind of spread out and a comfortable chair.
Hmm.
And yeah, just kind of look around the house and say, what's the right height? Something that I can borrow or steal from my little home office.
Well, I think the comfy chair is like a huge thing because I think people are just pulling whatever chair over, and we are stuck on these, Zoom calls and conference calls for a very long time. So I would probably put that up as a high priority. I mean, maybe on par or a close second behind your actual physical workspace. If you could just see and it's a good thing you can't. What's laying in front of me right now, just to get ready for this call, clipboard and notes, and I'm charging my phone in case it's here in case something were to come in and that I would need, and glasses and drinks and water. And what if you're, I don't know, what if you're needing to look at a file, or some people have double monitors that keep them sane in whatever line of work they're in. So I think having a generous table surface is a struggle for people,
Yeah.
especially when they're trying to do a makeshift workspace at home. But people are working on dining room tables, which is usually in the middle of everything, and there's cords trailing over to the wall that the kids are tripping over. And yeah, so I, picking up what you're putting down about comfy chairs, I think that's key. And maybe if decentralizing that work surface from the middle of a room to a designated corner at least sort of gives you a feeling that you've got like you've staked a claim on some land and you've got a little, your recess. It's also safer without all the cords stretching um,
Right.
to the
And
power.
if it is a smaller space too, I tell people, get one of those little the little trays that you use, to decorate with, put a little, um, sometimes, you can put them on the coffee table with books and things on it. Get a little tray like that and just put everything that you need for your desk inside it. So you can take it
Yeah.
away and put it away if you're in the middle of a space, if you have no option but to use the dining room table or whatever. Just keep it,
Corralling it. Yeah.
yeah, just keeping it corralled and easily movable.
I think that's a great idea. It could be from something as adorable as a decorative tray to like a tub or a tote,
Yeah.
like a canvas tote. But I think that, kind of circling back to sort of keeping, a conversation that we had earlier about keeping bedrooms kind of as a quiet sanctuary, particularly during this extended period of working and living at home in close quarters with people. The same can be said for sort of, whisking your work day out of the picture so that you can sit and commune with the family. I mean, dining room tables are getting a major workout these days. Now, ours, we have two eating areas. We have a bar in our kitchen and we have the dining room table, which we tend to eat at far less than we do in the kitchen. But at different times during this pandemic, one or two or three of us have taken residence at that dining room table. It's also the puzzle place. I would talk about lighting too.
Yeah.
So I today you're very nicely lit. Do you have a ring light on or what do you have?
No, I am actually in front of, the windows are in front of me.
Yeah.
So we have afternoon light. It's beautiful.
It's perfect. See, I also am facing a window, so I have that illumination on my face. But I did a video, a Facebook Live session last week, and ironically, it was on the topic of lighting in general,
Mhm.
upgrading your lighting if you're thinking of selling, and the types of light bulbs and the color temperatures. It was all on lighting, and I got so many comments from people, texts, like, but your lighting's terrible because at home, I'm in my office right now, but at home, my desk sits in a corner, and we were just suggesting that maybe people carve out the corner, right? But then you're facing into the corner away from any natural light. And so if you are Zooming or doing FaceTime calls or meetups or Google Meet or Microsoft Team, whatever it is you're doing, and you're not facing a window like we are, you're people can't see you.
Yeah.
So I did buy for my home office what's called a ring light, which I really didn't know what one was, but now thanks to a teen daughter and Instagram, I've started seeing them everywhere. But um, basically, they're small little rings, kind of with a filter or a diffuser, so you're not looking at the bulb, but it illuminates your face. And I found one that clips. I happen to have shelves above my desk, and I found one that will clip onto the shelf, and it's powered via USB. So I plug it right into the back of my computer. It clips on the shelf, and I shine it at myself when I'm doing a Zoom meeting, and um, yeah, shows everything. But I mean, people can see your face because
Yeah.
it was pretty dark in there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would be the one in the square that was all dark, and shady, and everybody else would be all illuminated and bright looking. So I think lighting it could also be used as a task light. So I could point it sort of at me above my computer, but I could also shine it right down, and it's a really nice, clean light to work under.
Hmm.
So lighting is a big thing in a workspace too.
Yeah. And I mean, being on laptop, we're all working on laptops now, and eye fatigue is just,
Yes.
it's bad enough as it is without the right lighting.
Yes. I
Mhm.
wonder, I have not tried the blue light glass. Obviously, these are prescription glasses, so I can actually see my screen. Um, but my daughter did come home with some really cute blue light glasses to sort of cut down on the infrared rays. And they're over the counter, you can order them online. But a lot of people are using them, and they actually have, like, if you look at somebody that's got them on, there's a little bit of a purpley blue sort of look to the lens, and it's supposed to help your eyes. Um, if you're looking at screens a lot, just protect your eyes
Oh, I like that idea.
from glare. Yeah. Plus, you can get some cute looking blue light glasses too.
Yeah.